Hello, Julia.
Hi, Christine.
Welcome to Quick and Dirty Tips for Improving Your English, Julia.
Absolutely.
So, Julia, I've got a question today.
Mhm.
What would you say to someone who would like to join a small group of yours, because we only
Yes,
work with small groups, don't we?
right.
But is a bit worried about the different levels, that she or he might be worried that the others are not as good or as ambitious
Okay,
as
right. So I'm assuming that that there is no sort of higher level group, and this is the only group that's available.
right,
Okay.
right.
So I would say that in real life, our meetings and our parties and whatever we attend are also not organized according to level. Like you don't organize a party and say, right, this is only for B2s. Or you don't organize a meeting and say, right, sorry, but we're all C1 here. You can't join.
Right. Good
Okay.
point. Good point.
So in real life, you also you encounter those situations where you sort of suddenly faced with being together with a lot of people whose English proficiency is lower than yours. Um, I think people set their standards too high of what they would like to learn. I think the most important thing is that you're practicing.
That's,
And
Julia, isn't that great? That's exactly what I think. And I
yeah,
think, a native speaker, so many people aspire to this level, don't they? They want to sound like native speakers, or they want to be C2 level, right? And I
exactly.
think in business, or I find in business, that we are communicating with so many different nationalities. And
Absolutely.
I find also, if you speak to native speakers and you want to be seen as a native speaker yourself, then I think there's a lot you can do yourself as well, to
I mean, yeah, and another thing that plays a role is that native speakers are not necessarily good communicators.
oh,
So the person who is in that group communicating with lower level people could also practice his communication skills and
wonderful,
learn to speak more clearly,
wonderful.
and to speak slower,
Right,
and to practice asking open questions or whatever it is that he needs to practice.
right.
And exactly.
And
And I
what
think
I
that's sort of,
find,
yeah.
when I look at my advanced levels, I find even with people who have reached or are in my advanced level groups, they still make, or one or two, not they generally, one or two might still make mistakes with tenses,
Of course, of course,
or
of
don't know
course.
certain rules. And I think if you have others in the group, they might not realize it themselves.
Absolutely. And even native speakers make mistakes with the tenses. I mean, depending on what kind of dialect they speak, or
Of course. That's a good point. That's a good
exactly.
point. And I think the main, and that's where we agree, don't we, that we find it more important to be able to communicate clearly and effectively, rather than to worry about being grammatically correct,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. Spot on, Christine.
Spot on. Thank you very much, Julia, for your feedback. Wonderful. I think I might even use this video. Thank you very much for
You're
talking to
most
me.
welcome.
And I'll speak to you soon, Julia.
Absolutely. Very soon.
Okay,
Bye.
bye-bye.